Please don't test me like on that boy Johnny. And ain't talking
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Here's second and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance. And they got it done.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Here's Wilson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 34. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him. Bring it up 4th down.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1 yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. They go play action now. Wilson. And hauled in by Croft. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could, but I'd force him to throw the ball over my head because a lot of the young quarterbacks, they want the safe completions, the easy throws early. Make him throw it deeper where he has to take a little bit more of a chance.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 2nd down, Johnson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Might want to remember that 3rd down play. 37 yards. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Wilson. Screen play, Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision of Goodwin picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
55, yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Wilson. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. 1st down, Jets.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Second down and 8. This time, Burrow will look to throw. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
To Johnson again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The play fake. Here's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Not much there, only a yard.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
on second down. It's Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Now Burrow on first down. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And Carl Lawson signed with the New York Jets in March of 2021 after 5.5 sacks with Cincinnati in the 2020 season. He was a 3-down player for the first time in his career last year. Now he gets to work with new Jets head coach Robert Saleh, hoping to double those numbers and getting the quarterback on the ground.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And all the way down to the 29.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all. And when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed. That's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing.
Throwing now. Burrow on first down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Forced out to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra time. Oh, no, he lost the football. The big fella. He's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mixon with a 1st down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, they run with Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they'll work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed